After many months of waiting, and a bit more waiting, the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the Joestar Inherited Soul event was finally held. First held back in October of 2020, this event was promised to be the biggest JoJo event of all time. Airing on April 4th, 2021, this is going to feature the Japanese VAs for Jonathan, Joseph, Jotaro, Josuke, and Giorno, all on a panel together talking about their experiences with the series, and maybe a bit more. Fuck, that's cool. Now, of course, speculation ramped up pretty much immediately. After all, when the event would air, it would have been almost 2 years at that point since Part 5's final episode had aired. So many were curious about one thing. That's right, the adaptation of George Joestar. No? Nobody? Can't blame me. What people were speculating about the most is the possibility of JoJo's 6th part, Stone Ocean, finally getting its anime adaptation. And I, like many others, were really hopeful for this. And as the event drew closer and closer, my excitement for the possibility of seeing my favorite part finally animated made me incredibly excited. For full transparency though, I didn't actually watch the event itself. I would have been perfectly fine paying the money, but considering this event was at 3 AM to 5 AM my time, I really didn't want to eviscerate my sleep schedule for something that might not even have anything major. So I went to bed early, woke up a little before 5 AM, and hoped to see an announcement. Looking at footage of the event prior to 5 AM, I'm still laughing at these awful subtitles. Oh yeah, my favorite anime, The Brave Little Toaster. Okay, the subtitles were not good, to be honest. I didn't see the event myself, like I said, but I've seen some images and clips, and oh boy. If you can't tell, the event was live, and so the actual subtitles for it were also done on the fly, and wow. $40, ladies and gentlemen. But as the event neared its end with no announcement in sight, many people were getting a bit nervous. I saw that Jotaro clown more than anything else on Twitter. But then, it happened. After some brief words from Ono Daisuke, the voice actor for Jotaro, the screen went black. And then, as the trailer played, showing off the first 5 parts, their respective protagonists, and some clips from their part, text popped up on screen that translated to, "Inheriting Joestar's Will." And then it was finally confirmed. Part 6's anime adaptation was confirmed, with the strings from Stone free flying around the Joestars, ending up at Jolyne herself, with a logo for the adaptation that I think looks phenomenal with a butterfly in the middle, and something I think a lot of us were happy to hear. Jolyne Kujo, daughter of Jotaro Kujo, inherited the Joestar soul. Through all the awful subtitles and long wait for the event itself, it was well worth it. Though, to be completely transparent, we don't have any announcement on when the actual season will be airing, or even announcements for the other characters, voice actors, and or actresses. However, we do have a few things confirmed at the moment at least. First off, we have this artwork for Jolyne, which I think looks great. David Productions I think has done a damn good job picking canonical color schemes for their characters, and Jolyne is no exception. I also just love the look of the artwork in general. The gritty look of the jail cell behind her with so much color to it looks plain awesome. Secondly, we have her Japanese voice actors confirmed. Her Japanese VA is the incredibly talented Ai Feroz, who is brought and welcomed on stage by the other JoJo protagonist voice actors. Feroz had some words to say as well by saying, quote, "JoJo's Bizarre Adventure was the reason I aimed to become a voice actor, and it is a very important work that is indispensable in my life. This shock is flying. I couldn't stop crying with the joy that the dream I had been chasing for 12 years came true. Jolyne Kujo is the bravest, beautiful, strong, affectionate, and wonderful person I have ever met. My longing for her hasn't changed since 12 years ago. I'm really happy to be able to have a strange adventure with her." I can tell just how passionate Feroz is about playing Jolyne, and it puts such a big smile on my face. You can tell this role means a lot to her, and I can't be any happy for her. It reminds me a lot of Ono Daisuke and how much you can tell he loves playing Jotaro. It should be noted though that this is not the same voice actors as the All-Star Battle or Eyes of Heaven games, Miyuki Sawashiro. At the end of the event, we had a video from the man who never ages, Hirohiko Araki. He mostly just talks about how yes, Part 6 is finally being adapted, and that the original 6 members of the Joestar family will be realized in anime form. He does say at the end, quote, "Please look forward to the theatrical release," which did throw some people off. If I had to assume, this could just be a case of a bad translation. I mean, it would fit with the event itself. Some have speculated that this could mean that the first 2 or 3 episodes could be a movie, but I don't think that's the case. But we'll have to wait and see. Now, while I can't speak for the quality of the event itself, since I didn't view the whole thing, I can definitely see how some were let down by this whole event. Just going off of things like the really terrible subtitles and the amount of time this event was built up. I have seen some clips though, and admittedly it is pretty cool to have the parts 1 through 5 JoJo's all on stage together, and I'm a sucker for live acting. But I can't really complain much because Part 6 is finally happening. I know we usually don't talk about anime on the channel, excluding the one JoJo video I made in the past, but I had to make an exception this one time. JoJo means a lot to me. It's my personal favorite anime and manga series of all time, and Part 6 is my favorite part. Jolyne is my favorite JoJo, and that is my favorite cast in the series. I can't stress enough how happy I am to see this is happening. Like I said earlier, however, we don't have anything else in the series at the moment. All we have is the Jolene artwork, the logo, and the voice actress. That's still a decent amount, but we'll have to wait and see when this releases. Oh god, if this releases in winter 2021 or 2022, we're gonna have AOT Final Season Part 2 and Stone Ocean premiering at the same time. My head can't take it! But with that said, that's all I have to say at the moment. I'm definitely gonna be back talking more about this adaptation in the future when more details come out. So, with that said, what do you all think? If you watched the event itself, how did you feel about it? Also, what are you most excited to see adapted into the anime? Let me know down below. Thank you all very much for watching, have a fantastic night, and stay safe. Signing off.